Okay, viewers, welcome once more to this fascinating conversation here about our gifted kids. And the title for this program is Let's Talk Reality. All right. Alex, can you mute your mic a little bit? Um, Let's Talk Reality is a platform that is brought to you by me with other people with different views. On this platform, we talk about issues surrounding human life, specifically going towards growing and learning with integrity. My name is John Breakthrough. I'm very humbled to be the founder and host for this platform. On this platform, we encourage everyone to have a say on conversations that we are to be having here. And you are responsible for what you say. We don't judge, we give our views, and the public decide what to follow. So, every information you get from this platform, listen to it, analyze it, think about it again and again, and decide what to do. So, without much to be said, today we have a very, very interesting topic coming out again. Um, some young people are here, some youth and young adults are here to talk about relevant issues surrounding our academic or education sector. And I have some guests. I will be bringing them up to introduce themselves while we dive into the conversation. Um, while we go on today, we have one of two information that we are going to be passing to you concerning our August 24 program for our kids. We never had the July 26 program with the kids on this platform. We didn't discuss the July 26th with our kids simply because we wanted to blend it with the August 24th. Because when we decide talking about the July 26th, it had to do with the flag. So we can't talk about July 26th independent without talking about the flag. That's why we decided to blend both of them. So our children will be coming up to talk about that. Before the program end, I will give you the date and time. They will be coming up to talk about that. Why the independence? Uh, where it started from, who brought all the ideas, and how they did it, and why they choose that flag color, and lots of things you have never heard about Liberia history before. You are going to hear it coming from children, youth, moth from both America, Canada, and the Europe. So let me just introduce my guest today. And Alex, says Grace, you guys are welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Says Grace, your mic is still muted. All right. I was saying you
Thank
got.
you, Rachel. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. So today we have our topic that we are talking about here, and this is our topic. Should high school students be allowed to participate in graduation ceremonies before WAS result? So this is where we are concentrating our conversation on today. We want to hear your views, how you think about it, whether it is your positive views or your negative views, or your suggestion, your ideas, the negativities. We want to hear everything, and the public will decide what to follow. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, you can write your comment in the group just in case you have something to say. And if you have a say that you want to share on this platform, just inform me in the comment section, and I could find a way you can come on the show and also say something concerning what your views are. So, without much ado, Alex. Anyway, ladies before
Yeah.
gentlemen, says Grace, can you briefly introduce yourself to our audience today?
Okay, my name is Grace Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Pocket Multimedia Agency and a Liberian journalist. I'm happy.
All right. Alex.
So Alex Bakule Nano, a Liberian. I'm a movie producer and a script writer and also a music producer.
Okay. So, like you all know me, my name is John Breakthrough, and I am the humble host for this show. So, Alex, will begin with you on this one. What's your take on that topic?
So um for me, I look at a different angle. But the first thing I would like to say is that for me, I would prefer that the students graduate if the WIAC or the wax result is being delayed based on the wax result time, the timing.
Hmm.
So I'll prefer graduation takes place while they wait for the result.
Okay. Sis Grace, what's your take about that?
Okay, thank you, Brechu. You know, most of the time people seem to forget. If you are 50 to 60 Liberian today, they will say, our people they used to learn before, oh. Our money very educated. Oh. But I know what happening to these days generation. For instance, if you, I'm not saying AI or ChatGPT or internet is bad, right? I like the internet. I like the changes that are coming. But what in case you have a world today where everything was taken from you and you only have your brain to survive? How will you cultivate and move in this world today? We are the phone, we are fountain, we are where we coming from. I like the fact that before, during my time, before I left high school and was doing a YEC, you have to get a good result before you graduate. If you don't have a good result, I can remember my time. We did not because you were I graduated though, but the school had a problem with YEC and the whole school were confined. You couldn't graduate until your result come. I graduated from Carrington High School. During that year, people fought just for fighting on the test. The whole school results were held. And even when the result came after the death of the late Professor Gar, people still did not graduate because they failed. Well, only 43 other 300 students, only 43 person passed. And only that 43 graduated. Other people did not graduate. Why? Because their result was not good. Mind you, I'm not saying that graduation or progress is a bad thing. But what is life and what is progress? Where are you being qualified? All of us here eventually will go to school. You are a filmmaker, breakthrough is doing something. You are preparing yourself that when opportunity comes, you will tap in. You are going, even the University of Liberia today. People are going to school, even though they say you should show your WAEC result before or WAS result before you enter school. There are other people that enter the system, but they cannot defend what they are doing there. At the end of the day, you see, people spend a lot of time in the federal colleges because they can't do anything. They can't write anything. People just have to graduate them. And you have nuisance in the society. Excuse me, I stand by my word nuisance. In a sense that you say you are a professional person, maybe for medical, for education, and you cannot give back to society. So I don't think that our education system is going the right way by allowing people to graduate without being qualified. It's not right.
Okay. Thank you for your view. Alex,
Yeah.
so can you convince Sis Grace and those who are on her side why you think students should graduate before what result can come out?
All right. So the first thing is this: in my entire life, even before graduating from high school, I saw the why most important because I saw people my other brothers and sisters and other brothers and sisters in the community also going for it, and they were celebrating. So I know that it is important. But when it comes to the classroom, if it comes to the classroom, making someone qualify to go out there tomorrow to present what they learn in a classroom, I still believe that the wire does not represent that. Based on what I'm trying to say is this: if possible, I'll be very good in the classroom. I went aside for wire I fail. If possible, and I experienced that. Some friends that I had in high school that just call it 90s, 2007 or something, why they fail. They fail. They fail. So when you say that guy is not qualified to go out there to go present tomorrow, guys that will score negative in chemistry, they will prove it. They will score the grade and come back and prove it. If I some of depending on them, because I was not like too good in chemistry. So we'll rely on them to get our leg and scaring grades. I'll have to go with him to a horse to go and study. At least to prepare me a little bit to come and get some scaring grades. So and that guy failed. And other guys that I knew that did not come up. And so I had to go back for resetter. So in my mind, that's the reason why I deem it necessary at this time because our parents they didn't know how resetter, they didn't know how resetter, I might be wrong. So that's why they came back and said, okay, let's have resetter. Let's have some good students that are failing the WAS. Even we have some bad students that we know in class that are passing in the WAS. So it's unfair. That in my mind, it is unfair that will not allow that guy who went through from the ABC to the first grade, sat in the class, and pass in the school, which he pay his money for all the years. At the end of the day, just because of 1 day test or 1 week test, because our time was doing for 1 week. 1 week test, the man who took a whole 12 or 14, 15 years, just got 1 week test, you say, man, when I go celebrate his graduation from the school. So the question is now, am I graduating from the school or am I graduating from Wyatt or WAS? That will be my question I'll be asking. So if it is only based on all the man paying to prove that the man is qualified out there, that's why he should pass the WAS, I would say then it's wrong, completely wrong. Except there's a different motive. But if it's based on qualification, I would say it's wrong. Because even in some of our ministries, they got some guys there, they are good. I don't want to call a name, but I know I know one other man who graduated from taught me how he's good. You see, chemistry, everything is good. But when it comes to speaking, he can't speak well. He don't pronounce well as some of us. So you're telling me that man is not qualified and the paper works, the man know the paper works. So you say that man not qualified, the man is qualified. But maybe there are certain things lacking. So that is my argument for me, please.
Okay. Sixth grades, you got things to come in with like questions or any inquiry?
No, I don't have question, but I have a counter view to what Ellie said.
Okay.
Very far from.
All right. Ellis, please listen carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Every profession has tend to be corrected when it comes to law, it comes to education, it comes to medicine. You have to sit for a specific test. Like for medicine, you call it state book, right? Even before you be accredited as a journalist, there are criteria you will go through. Every profession have a standard text set before you begin to work in that field. Let's go back to WAEC or WAS. This is not something that one country came up and said, okay, let us give the test as a final means to be able to be accepted in university. This is a test that every country in West Africa decided and say, before you navigate in any of these universities around here, you should be qualified to enter this university, and let's give you a test to show that you pass high school level and you qualify to join the society. Granted, all the countries sign and they will be giving that test every year in. You go to school for 12 years, the same curriculum they gave you from ABC to 12th grade, they gave me the same curriculum, they gave Rachel the curriculum. We go to school for 12 years. At the end of that 12 years, even from sixth grade, you'll be taking WAEC up to your final year. You'll be taking it, right? But the issue here is the Google students you're talking about, my own question that you should take into account that when I finish, you should address, Brother Ellis, is this: do the good students fail because they did not score good marks or they fail to follow instruction? Do they fail because they couldn't answer the four kinds of the type of invertebrates? They didn't fail because they did not know what is set. They didn't fail because they did not know what is so the name the 9 planets. These are questions they gave you. Why did they fail? Because they did not know how to follow instruction. Mind you, they are not saying that they are not important to society or they shouldn't be given a chance. There is also something called resetter available for you to go and take. But Brother Ellis, if all of us just say okay because you complete that 12th grade school, knowing how corrupt schools in our country are, how most of the schools in our country take money from students to put them out of school ahead of time, even when they are not qualified. Why cannot be compromised easily? You send a bunch of people to that place. I don't even most of them don't even know how to follow instruction. The people now pick a one and say, no, this one is good for college. This one can go and reset. This one need little bit tutoring. Doesn't make them door in no way. I don't think they should graduate until they meet the criteria set. It's just very simple for them to go back, do the resetter, and go to school. It's very easy to make it. You can read. I know somebody that wrote resetter more than 7 times before they graduated from UMU, and it was successful. So now tell me now, if there was no base, no need to go for WAEC, then there will be no system, there will be no rules. So let's look at it from that perspective. That person may be bright. Myself was bright. I went to school. I went for WAEC, but I failed physics. Is it because our door? No. The reason I failed physics was that day they fought on the test. It was not the people that were administering first. It was we the student fought. So because of that, the whole school had to fail. So these circumstances happens. But should there be no rules and regulations set to put you to the next stage? Then why do we wear our thesis before coming out of college? Why do we wear thesis? Why do you have to go and defend your thesis if WAEC is not important? Why do you defend your thesis? They say, okay, you finish your courses, just work on the university, but no, when you feel that thesis, you have to remit that you defend it. So just think about that.
Okay.
So what the question you asked, me answer the question first before I can come to it. The question you asked first,
Answer
you
my
answer.
question.
Yeah, I can remember the question. Please come back.
Is
Come again.
okay.
Please come back with the question you asked. Let me go to the question first. Eh, please hold on for a
I
minute.
just asked you.
Eh,
Okay.
yeah, talk to me, please. I beg you.
You answer my last question I just asked. Why do we defend our thesis before graduating from college if WAEC is not important for graduation?
All right. So the thesis, you are if you are in university, that thesis you are going to present because most often the thesis is going to do research. So you doing research. So a part of it, not for now where you got a wide right now. Students will have get student opportunity to have some things to some material that they will study. But like for us back then, we don't have any material to study. We don't have any material to study. We just bring the test, go sit down for the test. But your thesis, can you people give me 2 minutes, please?
2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes. Let me talk. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm,
All right.
Try mute your mic.
Okay. So you see, viewers out there, this is the show we are discussing here today. We are talking about should high school students should high school students be allowed to participate in the high school graduation ceremony without having a successful result from WAEC? So that topic is very deep, but I know that we will come to a reasonable conclusions that the audience will have idea to share and some things to say about it. So if you are listening to us and you want to contribute to this conversation, you can just let me know in the comment section that, oh, I want to give my view on what you guys are discussing. We could allow you to come on and give your own view concerning what we are talking about. So we want the public to learn from this. We want the public, even the students, the parents, schools administrations, to understand that this is a very, very interesting situation that needs to be handled and handled properly. Because at the end of this show, we are going to come to a point to know the good side of this and the bad side of this. So your views are highly important to us, and we hope you can just share it. Even if you don't want to say it, you can text it in the comment section. I will just read it out, and the public will also hear uh, what it's all about. We have other guests coming out. So while Brother Alex is still getting himself ready behind the scenes, we will take a little bit. We will take a little bit of. I don't know if this is Brother Alex or not. Hello, hello.
Yeah, hello, you getting me?
Yes, are you back?
Yeah.
All right, good. So if you are fully back and prepared, you can go ahead.
So I was saying the thesis is strictly under the school administration. That is strictly under the school administration. But when it comes with WAS, it's not strictly under the school administration. That is set by the government to go and do that. But the thesis is strictly, once again, the thesis is strictly under the school administration.
Can
You
you
have to
just
do it.
can you just the mic away from your lip a little bit? Okay, yeah.
All right.
All right, good.
So I think if I may be wrong or correct, I think it got a little different. And another thing you asked, I think a first question you asked was, why do people go do? You talk about step boat test. The step boat test is quite different from my understanding. It's quite different from taking WAS, because you can enter a medical school, you graduate from a medical school, you go do a step boat test. It qualifies you to get job. It's qualified to get job. It's not. It does not qualify you to graduate from the school that you are attending. So I don't. This, you are the second person that bringing this argument, and this is the same thing I said. Skateboard test qualify you to get a job, but it does not qualify you to graduate. You graduate with the skateboard test. So I don't like people to bring that one to the wash. But the fact remains that I would still say it again. I went through the high school. I graduated 2007. I got my grades from the school, and the school sent those grades to WIAC. It completely qualifies me to graduate from high school. That's why they brought
Oh, he got network issues.
me in hello.
Yeah, go ahead. You are still on.
Yo, yeah. So I was saying, where I stop. If I fail in the WAS, definitely no institution will allow me to enter because I does not have the WAS qualification. But I graduated from the house, the school put me on. I graduated from the school, but I don't have the wire document, so not qualify me. So that's why in my mind I thought people thought it was wise. People thought it was that okay, send this guy fill in the wild and no school will allow him to enter. So Lord give me another chance to go now and do reset over and over till you have that qualification of the wise to add it to his high school graduation to go to school. So in my mind, that's why people came about with that. Because I think they believe that people that are failing in school will still entering universities and things. So I think that's why they brought a resetter for people to go now and do resetter so that they can stop people from entering in various universities that did not pass the WAS. So it's not bad like that. So in that, if they brought it that way, and if that was the reason they brought it that way, then let me go and let the school put me out. And I sit down and wait. Then I do my resetter and go to and go and enter any university I want to enter. But I should not be allowed to enter. It's just the same. If you don't do the skateboard test, you don't be employed. Yeah, it is true, you graduate there. But you gotta go do the skateboard test. If you don't do it, you can be employed. So you can put it that way too. Besides
So
that,
you were talking about the graduation issue from college.
mhm,
You have not answered why I say we do thesis or why I say we do research paper before graduation.
answer. I
You did
said
not. You left.
no answer. Let me echo or let me go say what I said again. The TC is strictly on the school administration. It is a rule on the school administration, the university that you went to or college that you went to. But for WAS, it's a national thing, which is government mandation. Government mandate that to happen. It is not a school. It's not a high school. A level or a high school. No, I think when school was established, but the broad WAS, there was no WAS business. People are going to high school, graduate, and go to university. And later on, they brought it. But I believe that universities, when they put themselves together, they say we should have a particular test set before the men can get us out. It's just the same thing as when you're in high school. You must do your final exam in high school. You do your final exam, we get us out. So teaching is just a final exam. That's how I understand teaching to be.
Okay. All right. Let's hold you there. Before we continue with Sis Grace, Pastor Stephen Momo just joined us. So, Pastor Momo, you know the topic already. So, what's your take on the topic?
Hmm?
Pastor Stephen Momo, is up to you. You just joined us. What's your take on the topic?
I think he's not hearing you.
Yes,
Pastor Momo, hello.
his network is troubleshooting from where he is. So we'll just hold him there until okay, he's even gone out. Good. So we just continue with his grades. Now, um, you just answered the issue with the state board test, that the state board test is not mandatory by the government, it's with the school. Was that what you said, Brother Alex? Just unmute your mic and speak.
I said a TC is not a stable test.
Oh, the TC is
I
fine.
said a stable test qualifies you to get a job.
Okay.
It does not qualify you to graduate from the medical school that you went to. But your thesis qualify you to graduate from the school that you went to, either university that you went to.
Okay.
But now it's stable. The stable qualify you to get a job.
Yeah. So
It's just like how you call it in the civil 7. Before you got a civil 7, they got civil 7 test you can go for. When you pass the civil 7 test, then they can accept you to be civil 7.
all right. So says Grace, uh do you think students that fail in WAS are actually those students?
For clarification first, before I answer your question, the first thing you should know about the medical field, that state board test, if you want to be a registered nurse or a doctor, it is a criteria set before you be referred to as a medical practitioner, before you be sworn in to take your oath as a medical practitioner. The same thing apply to lawyer. I don't care how you know your law. When you now pass that bar association test, they will refer to you as attorney until you can pass before they call you counselors. The same thing for every colleges and university. If you do not write your research paper, you do not do your thesis to defend your thesis, you can complete all of your courses. You will be referred to as a university dropout. You will not graduate. The same thing with WAYEC. Even your school, like you can have gold and diamond shining on it. If you do not wear your wire to pass and have that paper, and you are not qualified as a high school graduate. Then now to a better breakthrough questions that he asked. The fact, like I said from my opening remark, all of the students you see writing wire that are failing, it's not because they are dull. Some people get that thing called phobia. Now, phobia is when you hear the name of certain test, you get that fight, that fear in you because you have not been in a situation where you've been taking tests in an open. You get that fight. It could lead you to failing. Secondly, if you are in, you getting me, Virtue?
I'm really getting you.
Okay. If you are in a situation where your mind is not relaxed, you get attention. You've been preparing for the test, you now steady, your mind beating you. Hey, go according to the test. So, what kind of problem here? So, when I fail, people will laugh at me. It will also lead you to fail. Lastly, refusal to follow instruction. You can know the test, like what? But when you don't know how to share your ID number, you don't know how the same thing that can happen, you are entrance. When you don't know how to fill funny forms, you will fail. It doesn't mean you are dull. That one, before you go for the second time, they will have to guide you in the process to do your research. Most of the people that fail WAEC, it's not because they are dull, because their scaling can be very low. It's because they have one of those three things. So I don't think all of them are dull.
Okay. So, so should they be denied from graduating from high school?
Yes, breakthrough. Because if they cannot follow those simple instructions, how would they sit or entrance successfully? How would they deal with proprietors, instructors in universities, or for them to go for their master's level programs? Even to apply for scholarship or any form, you have to know how to follow instruction in case you fail because you did not follow instruction. In case you fail because your reading skills were poor, you did not meet the curriculum. All of those things we do in high school, sometimes we say faces not necessary. But our day-to-day life, we use faces. Our day-to-day life, we use chemistry, we use biology, we use even the geography. So these are things that qualify you to be a plumber, qualify you to be a businessman or businesswoman, qualify you to be a journalist or doctor or lawyer. These are criteria sets. When you
Okay.
don't meet it, you don't fit.
Okay.
So you have to go back and do your research. So it's very simple.
Okay.
In fact, if any university even will enroll you, they will tell you, say, I beg you, yeah, we can't graduate you until you bring a last paper. You go to your last university with a last paper, they will never graduate you. You just be there, be turning around.
All right. Thank you, Sis Grace. Thank you. Brother Alex,
Yeah.
um, I heard you talking about lot of students score good grades in their high school classes, right?
Yes.
They are very smart students, very clever. So what do you think? Why do you think lot of students fail in WAEC?
All right. I don't know, but it probably is like here we partly on the same path, but like me not understanding my own argument.
No, just answer my question. Why do
So
you
let me go
think,
to the answer. Eh.
from your
So
idea,
let that,
why do you
yeah.
think students fail in WAEC?
So let me put
Smart
let me put my
student,
very
wait,
self.
hold on, let me make it straight. Smart students, like you said, some of your colleagues were very smart in school, and even sometimes you people used to beep their papers to help you people make grades, but when they got to WAEC, they were not successful. Why do you think so?
So it just this same thing she said. So let me put my in my own shoes. When in my school, when I in high school, one of the area that really to dominate was in history. And when I received the history paper on my YI day, when I read through it was like I was celebrating. It was like I was celebrating. So you know what happened to me? I only shared my name, I not read my name.
Okay.
You understand it?
Mm-hmm.
And I just did it. Bah, 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 bah. I took it, I get the paper. They're passing around. I get a bad big ball.
Mhm.
Now, where they carry paper, they are there looking for me. One of the product they're looking for me. Woman, whether nobody calling, and the number was not exact in my head, you know. So they call it so number, blah 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 blah, so number. So one of my friend who I we all because I was 009 and he was 006. So he said, "But my man, they calling you. Your people got problem. I have to go there and read my name." So these are the problems that kills people in work, not because they are dull. Sometimes also misplacement of your paper. You have other schools in the same building. So apparently your paper left and went to another school paper. If they don't see your paper when they carry in the correction hall, you're not in that school, so it can be given to your department. Because what I understood is that the various schools that will take the test, they will have to go share on various schools to correct those papers at our time. I don't know if I computer correct the paper right now. But to get the various schools to go correct the papers. So if they don't see your paper there, I say, maybe they may not kind of maybe they not say for a test because they will not go to the various other school to go ask, oh, you saw any Bagule Nano paper here. They will not go to go ask. So if they don't see it, it means that you fail for that test.
All right.
So these are some of the reasons for fails in the West.
All right.
But
So,
to say something,
mhm.
I'm not saying the medical school, the state board is not part of the school. It's part of the school.
No, I don't
I
want
mean,
us.
I'm not.
I don't want us to
All
dwell
right,
on
okay.
that stable issue. That stable issue just
All right,
came by the way. I don't want to dwell on it.
all right.
Since you said in your own words that you as a living example,
Yeah.
you were very good at history.
Mhm.
When the history exam was given to you, you saw that it was something that you could just walk through.
Yeah.
So you were celebrating, you were zealous
Yeah.
to an
Yeah.
extent that you only wrote your name, right?
No, I already shared my name, and then I read the name.
Okay, you just
When you get at that time you read your name and you say you share it.
okay, so you just did the shading.
Yeah.
You never wrote the name out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think a student that is graduating from high school that is about to go to university
Mhm.
by scoring 100 in your lessons qualifies
Mhm.
you to be promoted to university just by scoring 100 in all your lessons, or it also has to do with some intelligence, some discipline?
Okay. It both work in lines. I would say so. Discipline comes first. In life, we must have discipline. But are we error free? No. Even the cases book we were using in high school, it had error in it. Who recognized that error? It was about places instructor. He recognized that error. So do you tell me that the people that wrote the PhD holders that wrote that places book, they were not smart? But on our side, a mistake. No one is mistake free. So that's why I put my very self there. That was mistake I made. Does that mean that I am not intelligent or I am not equipped or I was not equipped for the map that I know about map grade? I mean, not map, my history
History.
grade came out good. It came out good. It came out good. But does that mean I'm intelligent? In class, I want the most intelligent man. I was in school, paying attention to what I want to pay attention because I knew what I went there for. Because
Okay.
I was one of the oldest in the class.
Mhm.
Because I had some delay in school and all. So I wanted the oldest in the class. So I put myself together to work in line with my age and the time and the people that are working there with. So I was not there playing. I was
Okay.
focused.
All right.
But
Uh,
let me get another example again. With the same history, it came back down when we're doing our I think final exam in the same 12th grade. Before the final exam, we want to do a question. I dominated question in history. But you know what happened to me? When we want to do the test, because of the friends that were around me, wants to come around me, wants to sit with me because they trusted me, like kind of booze and things they were giving me. As soon as I got the paper, I got phobia. I got phobia, I got the paper, I sat down, I think, and as I thinking, friends just calling my attention, but stay. You know how I last few minutes to take the paper from me. It was when I came to my senses.
Mhm.
And they took the paper from me and I failed that day. And
His,
right after I got through the test, I failed.
history
And right after I
student.
got through the test, you know what? Yeah. And you know what happened to me? As soon as I got through, I told my friends, I said, I said, I went, I told one of the people, immediately I sat and read that day, all the answer again.
Mm.
After they are taking people from me. But I failed the test. I think I'm missing around 60. Except because when the good thing about it, almost like we're taking tests 3 times. Because our instructor that we have for history, you will spend 2 days in class how you got it in on lecture. Then you do tests. The following day you do tests. We'll keep those points. So like we're doing points. But on that exact last, there are 3 tests altogether. So in last day, my points that I was to make, I did not make that correct point. Except the other points, 3 points I made that were helping to get the passing back on my creation.
Okay.
But I had a hope that I'm going to make 100.
All right. So that means you know the subject matters, but you have issue of phobia. Says Grace. Do you have anything to say, or I should continue?
Continue.
Okay, good.
You just
So
said all what I was saying and
okay, good.
confirm them.
So you actually know the subject matters, but you realize that high school students should also pay attention to details, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Good. So paying attention to details helps you to do well in university, because there are certain things that you are not going to be taught in university anymore. So
Yeah.
okay, so I'm asking this question because I want us to get to a point. Now, just scoring 100 or 100 plus in your subject, I don't want to think should qualify a student to be promoted to the next class. Because when you leave high school, when you leave high school, do you notice that most of the things that you did in high school, you will never see it in your entire life again?
Yeah, most of these they have you now see it. And I tell you, what are the level that I have gone in learning, I did not learn that in school.
Mhm. I'm coming.
The skill of writing and
Hmm.
other stuff that I do
Hmm.
right now, I did not learn in school. In the
Okay.
little English I can speak right now, I not learning in school. I think today I have not entered university yet.
Hmm. Hmm.
Personally, I have not entered university yet.
Okay.
But the little that I know, I did not learn in school. School only help me. What high school does is it help you to bring you up to for your intelligence. Your
Yeah.
entire life is about intelligence. God sent on this earth with intelligence.
Sure.
So we go to school to improve our intelligence.
Exactly.
So even if we left the classroom, we are still improving our intelligence on the street. That's why they always tell you it's better to be street smart than school smart.
Okay.
Because if you are street smart, you can beat the system. Academically and whatsoever, you can beat it. So for me, I prefer for people to be more street smart than school smart, because I got a few friends that were school smart, but you put it on the street to talk. They can't talk. They can't talk. They don't know how to talk. But you can't put it on a bowl, put get pen and paper to them. They will demonstrate. But the talk, they can't talk because they did not go to that area where to be street smart. To argue, they will not argue.
Okay. I think that is a whole topic for another day. Maybe their school never have some social activities to involve them in participating into it, like debate and quizzing and spelling bee and stuff. No, I think that is a whole thing else there. But what we are based on today is talking about a senior student that is qualified or that is prepared or feel prepared to be taken from the senior level and sent to the university. Do you think that student going to sit for a test and cannot follow the instruction is fully prepared for the next level of life that he or she going to meet?
So I like the way you place the question, but the question here is this. I mean, the answer is to it is this. The fact remains that a possible that I did not, I mean, a possible that I went, I follow all other instructions, like in my case, a possible that I follow all other instructions, but in history, I did not follow instruction in history.
But it
It
was
could
not.
have led me to,
Yeah, go ahead.
it could lead me to failing. If that guy was not going to see and bring it to me, it would lead me to failing. You understand it? So does that mean I'm not qualified? Yeah, because of some
Rachel, I want to
emotional
say something.
attitude at that time.
I
Okay.
want to say
So
something.
life,
Go
yeah, we
ahead.
come, yes,
Okay, great.
Alice, you said something.
yeah,
You talked about street smart, right?
yeah,
One thing I can tell you here on a platform, I should take for me forever. Hmm? There is
yeah.
no shortcut to success. Whether street smart or inward smart, there is no shortcut to success. You smart in history, good, and you own your outfit today, you making money. Trust me, if that one mistake not coming to be recognized, kind of day you stay in high school waiting for you to do visitor. I don't care how smart you are, anything you're doing, you should do it to the best of your ability. I don't care how dull you are, that's what you considering to be your future. You should hold it tight. Because tomorrow you not know the situation. Do you know that the last test we took, I think 2 semesters ago, our found out the instructor, she wrote the test paper, tested question, she never wanted answer. Most people did not read the direction. Who your name and ID she needed. People started answering when she collected the paper. All of them failed. Me, I just found out that I was not answering anything. The thing was just very simple. Write under your name. Do not attempt any question. All of them not read it. They answer all that question as we speak. They still repeating that semester. So that my own point, no shortcut to success.
Okay.
No, no. I am not saying there's a shortcut to success. Being street smart does not mean that you're taking shortcut to success. No, that's not what I was trying to say. Street smart most often help people to navigate system, either academically
I mean,
or
in our system, we call it terry management. Now, you call it that street smart, something different. That terry management you're talking about now.
a part of
That's
a.
people don't call
And
that terry management.
in chemistry, the guys on alcohol in the chemistry, they call it what they need for a.
Which one
Oh
happened
God,
for?
the ones that can play part in all icons.
My man,
You are a
I
history
telling
No,
you,
no.
student. You are not a chemist.
I telling you that
If I just put a name, no,
that
I'm
terry
gonna say
management.
most if you come to Liberia, most of our people, Liberians that you see are successful in Liberia today. Most of them are street smart. Besides the ones that are parents have money already, but the ones that came from nowhere, apparently don't have money. And but they are successful today, they are street smart. Meaning that if I say street smart, meaning that I can come in this place if I come to maybe I saw somebody doing somebody illegal work. Then the man he needs some kind of help. Then I stand there for long. I watch the man what he doing. I watch the brother I can help you to do the one here. They will come I help you, give it down to me. I pass that go.
That fast man
You
on now.
understand it?
That mean a fast man on
You
you
understand
smart.
it? And I'm speaking in that because for me, I'm not both of that. But I think that's how I am right now. Because if I see people that I said from the beginning, some things that I do right now, I did not learn in school. I can do carpenter work, I don't learn in school. I can do small electricity work, I don't do in school. I can do construction, I don't learn in school. I can sketch house plan, I did not learn in school.
Wait, let me
But
say
because I
something.
saw
Are you sure? Are you sure you are not part of the people twisting people apartment foundation in our country?
Then the inch, I will all train master of none.
no,
Okay.
so what I can do is this. If I bring a small idea that I got, I bring someone that got more idea than me.
Okay.
You understand it? Then when you come to do the work now, then we do the work together. Then at the same time, I learn it from you.
Mm.
Now you get more
Then
money.
I
Then
didn't do
I
it.
you bring them.
Mm.
No, I can get them more money. No, I can get more money because I still want to learn from them. So
Ah,
that's how I
nah,
go
friend.
small.
Okay.
Then in that way, I'll get small thing.
All right. Let's not push. That conversation you bring in is very deep because um it's going a little deeper outside our stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
that
got
has
I
been.
got a little question for Sis Grace. Sis Grace. Um if a student, let's leave student, if a human being have phobia, does that mean that person is not qualified for something? Phobia.
You have to beat a fight. Now, why the schools have activities in school?
Okay.
Me, I had serial fight when I was coming up in high school. I went to one high school from ABC to 12th grade and changed school. And I know what they call changing school. They can call me loyalty when I stick on one thing and that thing I'll be behind.
Mhm.
So the way I was able to help myself to leave that, I had to join the press club. I used to go be with him, even I'm making mistake. When I see cry, tears be coming from my eye, I say I will do it. School is there to train people. I left on that thing until I became the information minister for my school before I graduated.
Okay.
I was the first appointed female to be information minister for that school,
Okay.
Carry Temple AG High School. So I beat the fight and I built myself to the extent that breakthrough, I can't hire plenty and I'm scared this time. Where
Mm.
I used to cry when I see people, I used to cry for my feet. You know, I see somebody crying with their elbow, but their feet sweating. Different
Um,
color of sweat coming from their feet. That kind
brother,
of a fight I had.
come,
But I beat him. So
please,
I think
please.
phobia is just a way of telling you that you can't make it. And me, I don't care. You telling me I can't make it at the meantime, I will keep pushing, I can do it. Phobia ain't me, you dog. It's just me of the limitation. Telling you that this is where you should stop and don't accept it.
You see what's going on?
No, don't take it.
You see?
Beg you, I will not
So
take
I
it,
got
sir.
less. I will soon run it up. All right. All right.
I'm not
Anyways.
hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing
Anyways.
you now.
Yeah. So I got your point. I mean, because sometimes phobia limiting someone's ability due to due to one phobia sending them back for a whole school year. Let's look at it in the setting where in Liberia we are already older before we start going to school. Some kids that don't have financial strength who became older before even going to school, and he or she has tried and got into the senior class, did all the necessary one for the academic part within the school, successfully made the grades mark to go to the next level. Then he or she goes to the WAS or the WAEC examination hall. Due to that phobia, maybe the police that is standing there guarding them, or the crowd, the student, or just the name alone. Why was, oh God, they think people can fail 250 questions, 90 questions. That phobia, when the person received the paper, their whole brain clocked at that moment, and they couldn't do their best and they failed.
I
Just
also
for
leave
that.
me my battery at 2%.
Oh,
Sadly.
okay, don't
Yeah, my
worry.
battery dropping. That
Yeah,
the funny iPhone makers.
just for that few seconds that person missed that mark. Do you think it's right for that person to start that entire school over again?
It's right though, breakthrough. It's 100% right.
Okay.
Like why the schools they should start preparing the children from their early age.
Okay.
Why not just one time in your life you take it in sixth grade? You can't you take in fact you taking a third grade and third grade or taking why? I know it's at third grade or at sixth grade. Sixth grade will take it, I think at sixth grade take it, ninth grade take it. Before you reach to 12th grade, they're supposed to start preparing those children. They get something called mock and all. You need to prepare. School now, let's forget about your last, your age, everything. Schools need to start doing the right thing. Early preparation is the best. Early preparation. In college, nobody care for them. You go stay on our stage, they tell you to present. You get phobia, the meaning will laugh at you. The way they will treat you, say, to say you. The place is different. Especially when you know where you're coming from. When
Okay.
you want to be successful, you take all the mess. If you make that one mistake, go back and rectify your mistake. If they care for that one reason they let or won't go, you know how many people they will put in the society that will kill our people, especially when it comes to the health and the education system. You graduate people that are not qualified, they go to the university, they beat their way through the system, get into society. They become a serious embarrassment. Look at the fake that they are going all around here because they're not qualified. They're not qualified. The same thing. They want everything on a
So
platter of gold.
Okay.
They're not good, Rachel.
so
Mm-hmm.
so so
Alex, coming.
so if she still going to say that because people not passing wired or causing things happening this way, I don't think so. Because you
No.
will know
Alex,
even
you
in school that
misquoting me.
you say
You
what?
misquoting me. I said, because of that one good person what made that mistake, if they change the whole system, there'll be plenty of bad people entering with the good people. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
but I say it's still going back. What is your statement is going back if someone should pass a school and fail wire they should graduate. Yep, that's the main point. So if you say that,
They
that's the
should
emphasis
not
you're giving on it.
graduate.
No, she said
No, they should
So
no.
not.
She said the
yeah, and
shoe.
what she's
They should
saying,
Mm-hmm.
not.
yeah, that's what she's saying. So the emphasis she gave now it goes right back to A to say nah. So I will come back with like
Yes.
this. If that will be the basis on which she will say that, then I will say no again. Because there are people that are going for the wire or the was, they will pass, but they're not good in the school. You know that
Okay,
before then,
that is why yes,
hello, hello.
if they pass
Uh,
the curriculum, it's their business. That's what why say.
uh-huh.
You
So
have to
that should be
pass.
our focus. That should be our focus. The focus should be let every student that will go for WAS pass the wire. I mean, that pass the school, go for the WAS. If they go for WAS, that's it. But if they did not, even if they fail in the WAS, they don't graduate because the major qualification is the WAS. The major qualification is the
But
what I
Alex,
mean
when you
is
contradicting yourself, oh,
no, yeah, I couldn't did my say general. Let me come back.
Mm-hmm.
The major criteria to pass the school is the school curriculum. The one the government prepare and gave you.
Mm-hmm.
If the government prepares it and give it to the how you call it to the private schools go with it. This is why you gave me government. I gave it to my student. My student graduate went through it in the past. What is just one day I tell nobody that what does not qualify anybody to be a good student.
and lastly, before I leave,
What?
because my
Hello,
battery
let me just
low,
end it. Let me just end it. Let
my
me
battery
end it. Then you
low.
come back.
I'm gonna
Uh,
get one person. I will say this:
mm-hmm.
you cannot go for WAEC or WAS if you're not qualified from the school. So if the school sending you, they know you qualify. If the school know they send a mess, if the mess go, the mess come right back to them. So you have to re-prepare the mess to go to represent you another time.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
So, brother Alex, for the sake of
Yeah.
today, we actually started late. So what I'm going to do with this topic, I think this topic got a link with the school. So next week Saturday, what we are going to circle around is what is the major cause of the failure of our students in WAS? Then I think we will haul a lot of leg into it now. You get the
Yeah.
Yes.
point? The major cause,
Yes.
because some people will say that the parents, some people will say the student not reading, the school don't have library, blah blah blah. So our next topic next week we bring this same thing in, but we will add it to the major cause of students not coming off fully prepared to meet society standard.
Got an issue there. Oh.
The major
Yeah.
cause,
I like how you phrase it. I like
yeah,
you phrase
the
it now. It's
major
better.
cause of students not coming up prepared to meet society standard. So we will just give our closing point right at the beginning by says Grace quickly before her budget runs down. So says Grace, just make a closing point for today and we call it a deal with you.
It was a pleasure being here. Alex, it's nice interacting with you. I love your spirit. I love the spirit of inclusion you brought to the show. That despite you not make it, once you had that desire, you should be giving a chance. But also, when it comes to society and the way we give back to society, it is our business to make sure that we are on path with other international community standards. You have people moving for here to go represent Liberia, and they are far below the benchmark just with Ghana and Nigeria's around here. When it comes to reading, writing, we make simple words to spell become an issue. So I think now is the time we put ourselves together to be able to stand out. Like even when you go to the airport, when a man speaking here British, you speaking your Liberian English, they will know that it's different. But you people are communicating. That when we learn tomorrow, we'll stand out there proudly to know that we are all Africans, we are all one globe, but we Liberians can fit in. You saw President Boaka, I'm not talking politics, but from the other side, you were able to put the country on the map when it comes to speaking well. It should come to from all of us. We should represent Liberia from a broad perspective. So we shouldn't get one person chance to corrupt all the good things we've been doing. So that's just my point. I love your spirit. Thank you for today.
All right. Thank you, Sis
Thank
Grace.
you. Welcome.
Brother Alex, can you close up?
Yeah. So once again, I say thanks for the opportunity given me to be live for people to hear me. I say stand by what I said, that I went to high school and God bless me. I went through the test and passed. If I fail in YX or WAS, then they give me the opportunity to graduate, meaning that WAS does not qualify me to go out there in the society. WAS only qualify me for public test. One of my instructors told me that WAS qualify you to get confidence to go in the public, but not complete academically. Because I can fail, I can pass that WAS. That does not mean that academically I too qualified. There are people that will fail in that WAS, but academically they are too qualified more than me. Too far you're not qualified more than me. But it helps to qualify you. That's why if it comes to the sixth grade, you start from there. First, it was the mock. The mock was always there to strengthen the students to know how to do their WAS, to meet if they meet WAS, to know how to do that WAS. Today in sixth grade, WAS have been introduced. You can do it there. It qualifies you to go to ninth grade. When you get to ninth grade, you got a little confidence there. When you do it in ninth grade, you got another confidence to go do it in 12th grade. And if you're doing it 12th grade now, you know what you're doing. You know how to shade now. You know how to go by instruction and other stuff. But stick, I stand to, I stand on my word. There are a lot of reasons people facing why, not because they are dumb. There's some simple reason, like in my case, if I'm going to pay in history, that's going to be the result. So I will stay staying that way until we get meet next week. Then we expound it.
All right, Alex. Thank you very much. And let me say bye bye to you.
Yeah, thank you too.
Okay, so viewers, you heard it today. That was what we could give today. We couldn't conclude and finalize anything for the show today because this topic is deep. This topic has connections, they have attachments. So we can conclude this topic without hitting those attachments. So next week we are going to be on it. If you want to have a view about this next week to join our conversation, all you need to do, just give me a text message through the number, WhatsApp number on the screen, or through my messenger page, or better still, call direct on WhatsApp. And we're going to have some talk with you. When we deem it necessary, we will add you to the conversation. My name is John Breakthrough. I'm very humble and grateful to God to be the founder and host for this platform. So, without much I can say and do right now, I want to say bye bye from my end. Stay safe and have a godly week.